ButterVision. What's happening, hot stuff? And welcome to Unsportsmanlike Conduct, the show with a bunch of handsome men's arguing about sports. On today's episode, Burt Blackarach, Rick Banales, David Goodman, and Danny Fairman. And now, here's your host. He's so fast, he once scored from first base on an infield single, J.D. Butter! Yup, what's up, y'all? What's up? We're back. It's your man, the mighty Butterman, J.D. Butter, back with another episode of Unsportsmanlike Conduct, and we got a good one today, so let's start getting these cats right in here. First, my man, former Virgin Entertainment co-worker, Mr. Rick. Oh, let's yeah, okay, here we go. Let's get him in here. Mr. Rick Banales in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Boom, there he is. Mr. Banales, what's good, my man? There he is. Yeah, Rick Banales in the house, y'all. What's going on, G?
It's going good, man. It's going really good, you know.
Now, it's about 700 degrees. What are you doing? Are you just staying in the house under the AC? What's going on?
Basically, yeah. I think in order to get any cooler, you have to go up to Alaska, right? So, you know, we're just kind of staying in and just chilling, you know.
All right. Well, we got a good topic today. One a little bit more like earthy. We choose some esoteric stuff from time to time. This one is one for the real, just kind of centrist sports fans. So let's get the rest of these cats in here. Next up, of course, the doctor of general knowledge, the guy who's had some of the worst tech debacles and some of the best performances of the season. You never know with this cat. Let's get him in here, Mr. David Goodman in the house. Let's give it up for Mr. Goodman. There he is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Good. Yeah. I like the headshot. That's good. Oh.
So I thought it was important because I know this show was about, clutch, right? So I just want you guys to know what you're looking at here is the most expensive clutch in the world, $3.8 million.
Wow.
I'm done. I don't even need to do the rest of the show. Vote for me.
It's on the Home Shopping Network today. Is that why you're doing this?
Rick, if you knew how to deal with the stuff that I do, you'd be winning. Don't worry about it. Clutch. Sorry, this way. Clutch.
Clutch. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's
good night. Try the veal.
Let's get our next panelist in here. He's known as one of our foremost cheaters, also some of our best technical presentations. Let's get him in. Fast car driving, father of two, Mr. Danny Fairman in the house.
Yes.
Let's give him some dap, y'all. Mr. Fairman, ladies and gentlemen. Good. Oh, wow. Looks like somebody, namely Mr. Fairman, is having some difficulties, or maybe it's...
Looks like, hey, my technical problems are no big deal, huh?
Yeah. It just, you know what? It just says joining.
Oh, well.
Wow. I don't know what's going to happen here.
Oh,
this is
man.
a mystery wrapped inside a riddle right now. Even we don't know what's going to go on.
Are you the mighty Butterman now?
Butterman. Butter, like Superman, but not Butterman, like Jay Peterman. It's Butterman, like with a K.
That would make you Jewish. You're Butterman.
I'll be honorary Jewish for today.
Nice.
Yeah,
All
mazel
right.
tov.
Well, Danny, I don't know what's going on. Let me check and see if we can reach him via text. In the meantime, let's get our fourth panelist in here, and I'm real excited about bringing this cat in here on his first appearance. He is an LA native with dual citizenship to Canada, which could come in handy in 2020.
Yeah.
You may know him from all the music you've ignored in movies and TV shows, or perhaps for hitting doubles off of, get this, Jerry Royce and Mike Stanton in his men's adult baseball league. He's a composer / producer / DJ. If you don't have a lot of slashes in LA, you're nobody. Some people know him as Lou Negro. Let's throw up our W's West Side Style for Mr. Unshazammable, Burt Blackarach in the house, ladies and germs. Let's give him some claps. There he is. Yeah. Or there's his logo. I don't know where he is.
Click the camera.
Yeah. Hey. Here he is. Yeah. Mr. Blackarach in the house, ladies and germs.
What the hell did I miss so far?
Not much of anything. Now, before we figure out, you know, we lost one of our guys. Let me just call him. I'm going to call him live on the air. This is very exciting. We've never had to do this before. But
let me get my
Mr.
good luck
Blackarach,
glove.
I want to bring something up because I've shown this picture on the air before, right? Oh, he's getting out his mitt because Mr. Blackarach here, ladies and germs.
Got my custom glove.
Yeah, I'm going to bring this up. Mr. Blackarach, do you remember this, my man? Hold on, right here. Boom! Oh, my God.
Oh.
Yeah, there we are. There he is, baby.
Oh, man, now that's a good one.
Right?
Holy moly.
Yeah, dude. What?
I'm now a happy man.
Yeah. Now, what's crazy, because we're all kind of what I think of as older gentlemen,
Fuck yeah.
it came to my attention the other day that Mr. Blackarach is still playing baseball.
I've got issues, man.
What?
I want to be that guy.
Like, doesn't it, like, hurt? Like, what?
Yeah, it was a little painful this last year, but that 375 batting average makes it a little more worth it. But
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Let's see what's good with Mr. Fairman here. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Let's get him on the horn right here. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Now, while we wait for Mr. Fairman, let's get into this topic. Dave gave a little foreshadowing. Today, what we're talking about, ladies and germs, is Mr. Clutch, baseball edition. So, in other words, bottom of the ninth inning, your team is down 1. You got a runner on second base. 2 outs. You got an elite closer, a hard-throwing, fireballing closer on the hill. The question is, who do you want up at the plate in this situation? Big question, important question to answer. So we're trying to wait for Danny, but we're just gonna get right into this topic. And let's start out over here on my right, Mr. Banales. Let me get the clock started. Are you ready for this, Mr. Banales? You ready to get busy?
Yes.
All right, 2 minutes. Get it going.
All right. So basically, this is a picture of me last night, and basically what I came up with is that there's a lot of corollaries between clutch hitting and opera, because it's the understanding you're being called to step up. There's a big aria at the end of all of these, and either the chubby lady or the guy in the clown suit have to deliver the big moment, right? So I decided to divvy this up 3 ways. The best overall postseason career, I think, is,
wow, okay.
Let's see, come on. There we go. Mr. October.
Ah.
All right. Everybody remembers the 3 homers off of 3 pitches against my favorite Dodgers in 1977, but his overall postseason record over 8 years is amazing. 27 postseason games, 10 home runs. His postseason career average was much better than his overall career. So that's a star right there. The next one great playoff series You got to go with Poppy. 2004. Five home runs, 23 RBIs, a 400 average, right? And he probably got some of those RBIs just from the walk up to the plate. He was so intimidating. For the one at bat, I got to go with Gibby, right? This was opera right here, right? This is the only time he took a bat in the series. He pulled a left hamstring and a swollen right knee. Full count, 9 or 10 things wrong with that swing, but you know how it ended up, right? So, but I got to pick one. I'm going to pick Serena, or I'm sorry, again.
Wrong sport.
Wrong sport. But that's a callback several months ago. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I think I have to pick Reggie because he understands drama. He understands what he needs to do, and the odds are really good. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Not bad. Not bad. Wow. Okay. I that's a comparison I've never heard. Opera and clutch hitting in baseball. Okay. Kind of very esoteric. Let's see what Mr. Goodman has to say about this topic. I'm very fascinated. He's trying tech again, ladies and gentlemen, so we don't tune in just for that to see what happens here, if it blows up or not. Mr. Goodman, 2 minutes. Get it started.
Well, I only chose one guy. This guy.
There's a long drive. That one is going way up. It is off the roof. That hit the transformer up there. There's a long drive. Jackson has hit it all. And it is gone. Long drive right field. Goodbye. A big World Series for Reggie Jackson, despite all the palaver about his discontent with Billy Martin.
Bring a tear to my eye.
Hard shot, right field, it's gone. Oh, what a World Series for Reggie Jackson. First hit, right in his wheelhouse, as Don Siva would say. Reggie Jackson now well on his way to becoming the most valuable player in the 1977 World Series. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, what a blow. What a way to top it off.
The ball with the team.
The player is in the World Series. How this man has responded to pressure. Oh, what a beam on his face. Oh, that's gone. That's two more. He stayed at home plate. Forget it. That's way out of here.
Sorry, Dodger fans. I don't even like the Yankees, but Reginald Martinez Jackson, 5 World Series, 2 World Series MVPs. Bleacher Report says most clutch postseason player ever. That's all. I'm good.
You really made it personal, bruh. Yeah. Really, because literally, when that thing happened, there was a little kid sitting in front of a Sony Trinitron in Hancock Park with tears streaming down his you made it personal, son. All right, cool. No, I see.
Look at it's all there. Look at
The
this guy.
bat was corked. Everyone knows the bat was corked, man.
All right, if that helps, there's Charlie Huff. That'll help you a little bit better.
It's a knuckleball picture. Anyone could have done that.
Oh, what a blow! God, I literally have PTSD now.
Yeah, that's brutal.
All right, Danny's back. Let's see if we can get him in here, Mr. Danny Fairman in the house. There he is. Yeah. What happened, bruh?
I don't know.
Dude, I just got to tell you, I'm glad you were not here for what I just witnessed. David Goodman really made it personal, son. He just showed those 3 Reggie Jackson home runs against the Dodgers in '77. The third one, of course, landing in the black seats at Old Yankee Stadium. Not that this, like, I know anything about this or it's, meaningful at all.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
If it helps, I watched Gary Maddox drop a fly ball against the Dodgers in the 77 and NL
Loved it.
Series. So it goes both ways.
And Ron Say scampering, if you could call what Ron Say did scampering home. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's since you're now in the room, let's get Mr. Fairman's thoughts on this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, clutch situation, 2 minutes. Danny Fairman, make it happen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my pick is easy. So
You always say.
there's so much that this guy's done. I'm just going to try and whittle it down to playoffs and records. So in his rookie season, Game 2, NLDS, Pujols hits the game-winning home run against Randy Johnson in a 4-1 victory to move them to the next round of the playoffs. Then again in 2004, Game 4 NLDS against my beloved Dodgers, Pujols hits a 3-run homer against Wilson Alvarez. He had 4 RBIs, and the Cardinals won 6-2 and took the series in 4 games. Game 6 that same year, NLCS, Pujols had 3 hits, scored 3 runs, including the winning run, and hit a 2-run homer off of Monroe in the 12th inning to move them to the next round. Pujols was named the NLCS MVP after batting .500 in that series with 4 home runs and 9 RBIs. 2005, 5 hits in 9 at-bats. Scored 4 runs, 2 RBIs in the NLDS again as the Cardinals swept the Padres. Game 5 that same year in the NLCS against the Astros. You all remember it. 1 out from elimination, down 2 runs. Pujols hits a 3-run homer into the train tracks in Astros Stadium. He batted .304 in that series, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. And then he started again in 2006 in the regular season. Of his 49 home runs in 2006, 20 of them accounted for game-winning ribbies. 20 of them. He broke Willie Mays' single-season record set in 62.
10 seconds.
It goes on and on. I'm just going to end with this. He became the first player in World Series history to have hits in 4 consecutive innings. Just going to say that.
All right. You know, like a lot of numbers, stats, and things like that. I can't be mad though. You hit on some good notes. I'm not 100% convinced, but let's see what Mr. Blackarach is talking about, because he's got his mitt, dude. Like, so that tells you he's real serious about this baseball, right?
Yes, sir. Don't let me break out my baseball bat. That Reggie Jackson picture that David had at the very end holding the bat. I got that same bat. He's rocking.
All right. Well, let's see what you're talking about, Mr. Blackarach. 2 minutes.
So I didn't necessarily didn't have to be somebody in the World Series. It's who do I want up to bat? And
I knew you were going to go there. Yeah.
My answer is going to be Anthony Gwynn. There is nobody more of a pain in the ass to face. I think he hit 7 seasons over 350. 7 seasons batting over 350. So, you know, it's a situation of circumstance, right? He wasn't on the Cardinals. He wasn't with the Yankees. He wasn't on a team that was constantly in the World Series to give him a platform like these guys were. Who performed? And Tony Gwynn is just a pain in the ass to pitch to. He'll hit the ball wherever the guy isn't. So if there's a man on second and they're pinching the middle, he's going to hit it between the hole. If third base line's open, he's going to be a pain in the ass to go against. So for me, I'm going with Tony Gwynn because the percentages are there on an everyday basis. No one's hitting 378. No one's hitting, I can't remember what he hit in 2094.
394 he hit.
Yeah, he hit 394 in 94. I mean, 358 to 372 in a 5-year stint is just insane. And his final season, he hit 324. So that's who I'm going with, and I will fight it to the death. And you guys, I don't appreciate the fact that you don't break out any fruit pickers, man. You guys are just grabbing low-hanging fruit, man. Easy to pick Reggie and Pujols. Come on. Let's go, man. Jeez Louise.
Nice.
A little person could have picked those guys.
Wow. Yeah.
Ooh.
Obviously,
Wow,
was a
he
fourth
went
quarter
there, ladies
quarterback
and
argument.
gentlemen. I love it. I love
Just
it.
wait
All
for
right.
the rebuttal. Just wait
Oh.
for the rebuttal.
Oh, he's already talking smack on the rebuttal. All right, well, before we get into the rebuttals, we're going to get into a little butter time.
Here's
All right,
Johnny.
Clock ready. 2 minutes. All right, see, people who've actually played baseball, like me and Amani, know that it's, as he's, to quote him, a situation of circumstance. So I'm going to go mostly with that, but also with a guy who's proven that he knows what he's doing in these clutch type situations. So let's get into a little of this action right. Who do I want up at the plate in the bottom of the ninth inning? Psh, someone just like J.D. Butter, dependable in crucial or critical situations. Like here, Game 5 of the 1984 World Series against an elite closer, Rich Goose Gossage. Boom! Series-clinching home run, clutch example, Mr. Kirk Gibson, Detroit Tigers. Then a couple years later, or 4 years later to be exact, he goes to my guys, the Los Angeles Dodgers against the Mighty Mets. Boom! Game 4, extra innings, clutch, game-winning home run. All right? Dodgers go up, tie the series 2-2. Game 5, less than 12 hours later, we need another clutch hit. How about we bring up our league MVP and leader, Mr. Kirk Gibson, against Sid Fernandez. Game 5, up 3-0. Boom! Game-clinching home run, 6-0 Dodgers, going home up 3-2. And after they had dispatched the mighty Mets, you might remember this against the powerful Oakland A's. Game 1, Dennis Eckersley, boom! Voted the top sports moment in Los Angeles sports history. Again, Kirk Gibson limping around the bases, injured, battered, still clutch. And now here's where the baseball strategy comes into it. Say your guy Kirk Gibson doesn't get a home run, he gets a base hit to merely tie the game. Gibson, such an all-around player, has the wheels, might steal second base. Now all we need is a base hit to get him home to win the game. Am I right or am I right? We need a base hit to get Gibson home from second. Oh, here's a wild pitch. Gibson's going to keep on coming. Here he comes to the plate. Gibson scores. Dodgers win. That is what clutch is all about. It's not just about the base hits, the home runs. It's about being that all-around guy ready to make it happen. Clutch. Winners do clutch. Kirk Gibson is a winner. That's my big clutch guy.
Hard to argue.
Yeah.
I didn't know we hit a game winner in Game 5 too.
Game winner in Game 4, Game 5, and Game 1, and in the '84 World Series. The guy is a G. The guy is clutch.
Woo!
The guy is everything. He makes it happen, ladies and germs. All right.
About half as much as Pools.
Well, yeah,
I got something for that arse for Pujols in my rebuttal, but let's do a quick recap. We got Rick talking about Reginald Martinez Jackson, not bad. We got David Goodman co-signing that, Mr. October. We got Mr. Fairman talking about Mr. Albert the Machine Pujols.
Oof.
And then we got my man Burt Blackarach, and he is talking the real deal Holyfield of this situation, and talking about purely averages. Tony Gwynn, he's going to get a base hit because that's what Tony Gwynn does. And of course, I'm talking about Mr. Kirk Gibson. So let's get into the rebuttals. And Rick, you can start it off. Let me set the clock up, first of all, for 1 minute rebuttal. All right, we're ready to go. Rick, get it started on the rebuts.
First off, I think that when you're talking about a Tony Gwynn type of hitter, Tony was amazing. Rod Carew was the same type of hitter that could hit for average anywhere he wanted and in a clutch situation. So that's somebody to remember on this.
I was debating between the two, but the 350, 7 seasons over the 355 seasons, won over for me.
Yeah. And you also have to remember that part of this is the research too, because one of the things, Gibby got lucky on hitting that last shot right when his wrist snap was good, but he was scouting Eckersley for the whole, for a while, and they knew what pitch was coming. And attitude is
Backdoor slider.
Yeah. All three of the guys that I listed, and everybody else here knew how to deliver and walked up to the plate like they owned it. They nailed that aria.
All right. I like it. Not too bad. I got some stuff to say, but let's give David his due. He was very excited to do this rebuttal, so let's see what he's talking about. 1 minute, Dave. Go.
All right. Hey, Rick, excellent choice, but you can't have three guys. Not fair. Sorry. Pick a guy, go with it. Albert Pujols. I totally thought about Albert Pujols, and I really like him. He's too bland. He's too this isn't about you want excitement, all right? Tony Gwynn, same thing. Look, I thought about Ichiro. I thought about Carew. I thought about these singles guys. I thought about who's going to hit one up the middle, who's going to find a hole, who's going to find a gap. Again, it may be tough to argue with your choice, JD, but yeah.
You're having trouble.
Career, here's what I wanted. I'm the manager. I want to bring up a guy who you are afraid to pitch to. Not where is he going to hit it. Who's going to end the game on one pitch? Who's from Philadelphia? That's right.
Oh,
Reginald Martinez Jackson. And at the end of the day, boys, who's got a candy bar?
Wow, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I'll give you a nice finish, my man. I will give you the nice finish.
Reggie. You give her Pujols. No, Gibson.
Tony.
Hold on, that's like Tony. That's a completely different thing. Totally different.
All right, Mr. Fairman. Let's set up your minute. You ready to do this? Make it happen, sir.
All right. If batting 500 in a championship series is not enough, 49 consecutive hits is not enough. Consecutive games with a hit is not enough. How about this? You guys heard of Buddy Walk Day? It's a day that raises awareness for Down syndrome.
Oh, boy. Here he goes.
Pujols' daughter has Down syndrome. Let me remind you of this.
God, he did it again, Dave.
On the air tomorrow at 12:33. Swing and a shot deep to left. It is a home run, and the Cardinals win it on a Albert Pujols home run. It hit the top of the wall, the yellow line. It went over, and he has a walk-off home run. Game out of first. Albert Pujols sends 44,000 fans home happy. Wow.
Including his daughter.
Nice.
Wow, dude.
Cold-blooded.
David,
Cold-blooded.
he did it again, dude.
Cold-blooded.
This guy is known for this type of cheating, ladies and gentlemen.
It's true. Listen, I get it, and I feel it, and I appreciate it, but I don't remember the Pujols part.
This guy, this is coming from the guy who picked Reggie Miller last week in the non-market.
Wow.
Indiana.
Wow.
Still
Missouri,
jealous. Still
not,
jealous.
you know,
He went
lower
there.
in the market.
You're both going there, and I love it. All right, Mr. Blackarach, you've heard what these cats are talking about. Come with it, my man.
Pujols is hard to argue. He's one of my top 3 baseball players, so it's hard to argue. But Reggie, man, he'll also strike out in a second too. You know what I mean? I mean that dude was, he's swinging a pitch at his chin. So you talk about fear, and you can talk about frustration. Tony Gwynn will frustrate every pitcher in baseball, period. There's nothing you can throw this guy at any point that's going to get him rattled. Reggie, I've seen him on his knees more times than I'd like to see. What's his career batting average? He had some – what is his career batting average?
Like
260?
278, 269, something like that.
262.
Batting average, though.
Well, but clutch is, it's ambiguous. I mean,
All this
how about
is clutch? That's the argument. Just clutch.
Yeah, clutch smudge. He strikes the batters that strike fear into pitchers are guys that they cannot get out. They can get Reggie out.
Again, the people on this panel who are like, have been up there doing the darn thing, they know what time it is. Reggie Jackson, I got a cosign on Burt's position. Reggie Jackson, we saw Bob Welch, a rookie, strike him out in the 9th inning of a World Series game in a clutch situation. I saw that plenty of times when he was with the Yankees, the A's, and the Angels.
And Tony's not striking out.
Yeah. Pujols, there's some metrics that you measure clutch from. Pujols actually performed less well over the course of his career in postseason situations than he did in regular season. So that kind of and Pujols, I'm not even sure he didn't have a little help. Reggie Jackson, I hate, so I'm not going to give him any love. To me, Gibson's proven he could beat it out. He might beat out a single. Steal a bag. He's an all-around player. He can hit it long. He can get the base hit. Kirk Gibson, proven. There it is.
Hey, I forgot to add one. I'm sorry. We didn't hear any of JD's argument because of how loud his thing was, so it probably doesn't matter.
Wow. All I needed to do, my only argument, Kirk Gibson. Period. Baseball fans know they're going to go like, oh, yeah, definitely Kirk Gibson.
So here's my Pujols story for you guys.
Okay.
I used to hang out with Jim Edmonds' girlfriend, and this is like in the early 2000s, and she said that Jim and them swore to fucking God that Pujols wasn't the age he said he was. And she said, Jesus Christ, he's balding already, and he's 21 years old, so his age is in question.
So is his chemical composition.
That's even more close.
But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there.
Is Albert Pujols Danny Almonte? Come on. That's a good one.
Exactly. But before we throw it to the fans, I do want to, because he was mentioned a couple times, I do want to give big ups to my personal favorite baseball player of all time, Mr. Rodney Cline Carew.
Okay.
The middle name, Klein, he was actually given that middle name because that was the last name of the doctor who delivered him.
Wow.
That said,
Wow.
Now, fans, it's up to you guys. You've heard what our commission has been talking about. You've heard Rick and Dave talk about Reggie Jackson. You've heard Danny talk about Albert Pujols, Tony Gwynn by Burt Blackarach, and, of course, you've heard me talk about Kirk Gibson. Now we're leaving it up to you to tell us who you think is the guy who you would want up at the plate in that clutch situation, and also who among this panel you think made the best argument today. And then we're getting close to the end of the season, so it's coming down to the nitty-gritty, ladies and gentlemen. And we're having a close race. Like Olu, the African Englishman, is still leading. Danny Fairman in second. I'm in third. Mr. Goodman in fourth. So it's anybody's ball game. So we need you to get into it and get involved, ladies and gentlemen. In the meantime, I want to thank this fantastic panel over here on my right, Mr. Rick Banales. Give it up. My man, Mr. Burt Blackarach, making his inaugural appearance. Mr. David Goodman, one of our regular stars. Mr. Danny Fairman, also in the house. And we will be back next week for another exciting episode of Unsportsmanlike Conduct.
Well, I got a question. I got a question first. I want to ask. So, the single most clutch thing I've ever seen in my life, and this is going to be, this is going to be interesting, but I want to get your guys' opinion. The single most clutch thing I've ever witnessed was Mike Davis walking off Eckersley.
That's not a bad argument. That's not a bad argument.
That set up everything. Mike Davis did 196 that season. Eckersley walked 9 people, and he worked a walk and stole second base.
I think when we have the non-clutch pitching edition episode, I think that's what we'll talk about. This, Eckersley walking Davis. In the meantime, until next week, ladies and gentlemen, peace.
Peace, love, and Soul Train.